ocean, like it's a calling. When you're live in the middle of nowhere, shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, yeah, you don't have to hold back for anything or anyone, anyone. Just own this.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break, and we'll give you more of Miss V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who paid for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
The best place you can get local updates on your local football. Hello and welcome your beautiful Monday edition of Libhola Eswatini. We'll look at some of the things that did take part of the weekend pertaining local football, and also some of the special stories that have been of course outlined by some of the sponsors and different associations pertaining to local football. In the absence of your host Patrice Msibi, I'll be with you for the next hour giving you updates pertaining to the issue of MTN League votes, what's been happening between MTN Eswatini and the Premier League of Eswatini, including the fans, where one of the best season we've seen supporters now being offered a chance to have a say to who is the best player of the season and the best the best coach of the season. We'll move on and touch on one of the games that was played at Mhlume Legends. We will also get to hear some of the says, the ins and out that were highlighted by the Legends. What did the day itself mean for the Legends? It was all about a charity event, just trying to raise funds. We'll also touch on PLE, Premier League of Eswatini special meetings. Our in-house colleague Linda Dlamini was part of those informations that were released. He will tell us what happened, what can we expect, when is the AGM. A lot is being offered, as you can see on the screen. Some of the officials, members of the Premier League of Eswatini were present on the day. We get a proper update. Otherwise, touching on regional football, Hoho Development development. We talk about juniors. What's been happening? What are the latest development? It's one of the regions when it comes to junior development. They are quite active. We'll have a representative from the regions just to give us a quick update from what you can expect from those young ones. Otherwise, sit tight for the next hour because through our different platforms, being YouTube, being the Eswatini TV app, and through your Skuchan, you can get all the details just right here. Nguvusele ngosovelkhona.
Oh yes, ngiyabonga kumukela ehlelweni lakho Libhola Eswatini obviously not temidlalo.
Yes.
Ngikuthola ukukhulu ngivusele wona amalwelo wasekhaya ngivusele na Lando M10 umlangeni ke lo.
That's all.
Yeah, mhlubo mphathe kahle. Yeah.
All right. See, we're already in the company of Lando Dlamini. She is the brand communication and sponsorship manager at MTN. She's the one hands-on in terms of sponsorship. Any update that has to do with the Premier League and the title sponsor, MTN. She's going to give us an update where the show or the initiative so far, how is it going in terms of fans, supporters having a say, giving also their opinion to who is likely to be the best player for the season and the coach for the season. Now, the initiative, it was opened officially, on the 17th of June this month, and it's going to last until next month. So, velkhona umlangeni nguvusele Lando. It's a beautiful evening to you. Lando, sikuvusele this evening. Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Lando Dlamini? We are in your company. Can you hear us, please? Hello, can you hear us? There's just a breach of communication, but I think our technicians are working on it. Let's talk about this initiative. What's your take on it, Master? Would see Balanza Babene say to what you should expect in terms of player of the season, coach of the season? It's in your opinion, Yakongos.
Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Ukuthi ema-fans angaba ne-say because ama-fans siyathi ukuthi most of them e-stadium baya every week kebukela ma teams abo nabadlali babo lababathandayo but asathi ukuthi because badlali ma fans nabadlali babo labathandayo not based on a performance leyo endekile ku season ledlule kodwa ke Fabrice I must say this I'm impressed ngendlela ema fans la responda ngayo the other week nakuqala le voting process me and you we did a story sasihamba sicheka ema fans ema supporters
just to give their say.
Yes uthola ukuthi umvuwe we Solos uvotela uthi umuntu we Young Buffaloes the player of the year umvuwe Wanderers uthi we Royal Leopard umvuwe Mbabana Highlanders uthi we Royal Leopard so ngicabanga ukuthi akusiko abayi kakhulu ngikuthi bafavor mapha ama teams baya kakhulu ngokuthi ngibala umdlalo odlale kahle so ngicabanga ukuthi it's a good thing but ke luckily Lando sinaye I feel like le mali ncane
all right, let's try once again to get her through Zoom where she's joined us. That is Lando Dlamini, a brand communications and sponsorship manager at MTN, who is hands-on when it comes to Eswatini MTN Premier League. Sikuvusele Lando Dlamini this evening. How are you this evening? Hello, can you hear us? Wow, once again, breach of communication. We've got the best engineers in the house, Master. They work on it. We want to hear what Lando has to say about the progress of this initiative. How are the supporters reacting? Now, let me try once again to see if she can be able to get us. Lando Dlamini, are you able to get us? Good evening, wherever you are. All right. I'll give it a minute or two once again for the last time just to give us...
please don't mute your mic.
All right. We'll give our engineers a minute or two to try and see if it's going to work. I mean, while waiting for the connection to be updated and everything to be sorted, you've been in the local football for quite some time. Nangbuga about 2010, 2008, boso very cool in terms of reporting and covering MTN Premier League. Would you rate the season, Master, as one of the best seasons? yakule river sethuthukile?
Obviously, one of the best ever. But ke Fabrice sister ukhumbula ukuthi le season le icele ngecampaign ama-fans kuthiwa awajove atobuyela stadium ayobukela ema-teams awo. Le ngicabanga ukuthi naloko ema-teams kwakhuthatile. There are many factors. There are 16 teams because le league lena ina 16 noma teams. The games inhlangano ekalanga esteki emhlume spiki mavuso, so ngicabanga ukuthi all over the country ama-fans bekayithola the best football lobo ngayicabanga, even the teams, because nawubuka the teams ngendlela labe competitive ngayo, the players ngihlala ngikhuluma ngathi the players nabo ba very very competitive, so ngicabanga ukuthi it's a good thing. I'm happy ke Fabrice, I always say this, labo coach labaqalela ama seasons at least lokungenani kule top 4 3 wabo labaqalela season bantu bamaswati labaqeqeshwe lakhaya, ukhuluma ngeRoyal Leopard Edwin Matsebula, ukhulume ngembabone Highlanders NS Mavuso lwaqala le season, ukhulume ngembabone Swallows, yes, yena angasiwa Liswati but Young Buffaloes Sabelo Mnisi Liswati, so ngicabanga ukuthi 3 kulo 4 lama teams asuka lakhaya. I'm happy ngaloko lokusho ukuthi bayifakile le standard, basilethile standard, a very very good ibhola lesibonile this season ileso Maswati.
Right, there you have it. We are getting a report, of course, from our engineers that we can be able now to get Lando Dlamini. She is the brand communication and sponsorship manager at MTN, and she's the one, when it comes to MTN Premier League, she's the right person to give us information. Wherever you are, good evening, Lando Dlamini.
Good evening. Super excited to be in studio with your colleagues today. So thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
Putu wako Linda Dlamini, lesingasho ukuthi in terms of football, we've seen a progress, we've seen the passion that you have, you and the sponsorship. But for starters, Ngosi, what a season it's been. What a season. Under the circumstances of COVID and everything, but what a season it's been to you as the title sponsor. What's your reaction?
Oh, my reaction is one that's filled with much gratitude and much elation.
Yes.
We close at the season on a high. We really saw the boys bringing in their best game and their best foot forward just to make the season a success, both in the Premier League and NFD. It was such a tightly contested race, and it was very nail-biting, more especially towards the end. Nate as a sponsor, it was really exciting and riveting sports here in Eswatini. Riveting soccer, the best of the best. It's very very exciting. Nothing just see brand. We're super excited by the fact that we're going to be taking some of the teams to compete in Africa, which is actually something that we as a brand are really proud of, because we're putting local soccer on an international pedestal. I'm also very thrilled at seeing the numbers turn out in a stadium. It actually shows the fans and the supporters are really rallying behind their favorite teams. It was really amazing to just break bread and be one in the stadium with Emma fans, to bring in that energy, to bring in that vigor, that vim, and all of that passion, just seeing it amongst the fans. Nazi as a brand is just get that opportunity to interact and engage with our customers who are the local supporters.
Beautiful stuff. Of course, at some point I'll give Dlamini a chance also to ask you a question or two. But let's talk about the initiative of involving the supporters, the fans. When you could see when it was announced during media briefing with the title sponsor and the Premier League of Eswatini, I think you highlighted that this is one way also to involve the supporters, to have a say. You officially opened the lines, should I say the lines or the chances, on the 17th of June. It was a Friday, I remember. It's been running so for almost 2 weeks. What's the response like so far, and what have you noted since the opening of the lines?
All right. Oh, yes. So for the very first time in history, sivulele ema supporters noma ema super fans ukuthi avotele umceceshi wabo labamthanda kakhulu kule season, that is basically coach nemdlali wabo lo khonile go excel during the season. And over and above that, obviously we have also got We've got our coach, our goalkeeper, and also our player of the year. As you will recall that in past times, we always open this up in quotes to our partners that we work closely with, which is basically the PLE Awards Committee. But this time around, working in conjunction with the PLE Awards Committee, sibone kukuhle kakhulu sibambisene sing MTN naye PLE just to actually start the SMS voting initiative where we open it up to Emma fans and Emma supporters for them to actually be able to vote in these three categories for Intambo Yabo, for their favorite coach, their favorite goalie, and their favorite player of the year. So ever since we launched the initiative, as you rightly put it 2 Fridays ago, it has gained so much momentum, and we see the soccer fraternity really supporting it. We did get our week 1 results as at last week, and Umquzelwano is very tightly contested. Siyabona nje lapha kaPLE kuna Junior Magabula, who's currently leading the race, but anything can change at any moment. We also have, in terms of a coach, Premier League, we've got Mr. Matsala Mbabane Highlanders, who's also leading currently, and also for goalies, Sinabongiswa Dlamini from Manzini Wanderers. So basically, the initiative has been warmly received by the soccer fraternity, by our customers also, and it just and we really want to encourage customers to continue casting their votes for their favorite. Ufacata ecingweni lakho *7768#. That's *7768#, where you will then select option number 3 lapho khona utabe sesoya khona kuvotela umceceshi umdlali ngoma goalkeeper wakho lomthandzako kakhulu.
Beautiful stuff. There is a concern, Gos, I think, and I'll just give a chance to Linda Dlamini, our in-house analyst, just to ask you, when it comes to the rewards, what you'll be giving to the person who will you'll be outshine others. Gos, nalithup, off record, but now in the right manner.
Lando mhlambe umbuto ukuthi nje ama-fans inqumbi ayathi ukuthi avotela i-player of the season, coach of the season, goalkeeper of the season, but babuta ukuthi labadlali labonsumbulwane labancane labantu abathola ingabe banganani vele. That's one. Number 2, the people lababukela ibhola kakhulu besides ama-fans noba labakhava ibhola kakhulu ama-journalist ku the coming years singakubona mhlambe ukuthi ama-journalist nawo abe ne category yakawo ukuthi ayavota be 100% the journalist avotele player of the season.
Wow, beautiful. Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nkosi, umbuto wakho muhle kakhulu. So basically, yes, we will definitely take that into consideration with regards to involving our journalists. I think it's actually a very, very viable point. It is something that we will definitely look into in future. We get holistic participation and inclusion when it comes to this initiative. It is, of course, the first of its kind, and in that we are really open and willing to take different suggestions from the football fraternity Yonkana, including all of our relevant stakeholders, one of the most critical stakeholders being our partners in media. So yes, definitely, we're definitely going to be looking into that. And then with regards to your very first question, ngicela ukugcizelela ukuthi badlali baqeqeshi etc. Laba ucelene this year, the awards committee will still pick them, so we still will be maintaining the categories historically. With the assistance of course, the awards committee, they will select those for us. But what we've decided is to add an additional layer where we actually include the fans to vote. So in essence, for example, if player of the year, they got for 10,000 in previous years as selected by the awards committee, but that same person actually is voted or nominated by Emma fans. Lo players voting utothola 5,000 if I go NFD, if I go PLE, and then 2,000 if I go NFD. So we really look forward to actually giving away all of these prizes because we believe that is going to be exciting. Also, ubalandzele labafacata ina *7768# ukhanze ukuthi kunemuntu lovote kakhulu this week. We're also going to be giving away 500 emalangeni worth of mobile money every week, but also kulabalandzelene who have cast the most votes, that is Emma fans, they're also going to be getting data, airtime, and so many other amazing giveaways. So ngicela nje kukhuthaza balandzeli belibhola kangwane ukuthi abachubeke baqade *7768# bavotele loyo goalkeeper, umqeqeshi nemidlali labamthandzako, because utowina yena lo mdlali lomvotele kuphinde nawe uphinde uwine imali lengaka 500 every week in mobile money.
All right, beautiful stuff, Lando. A quick one before I let you go, just in less than a minute. Of course, the initiative will run towards the end of July, that is the 30th of July, which means we can expect the awards sometimes in August. But now, the issue at hand now, we've seen headlines all over the country that you're currently on a round table with the Premier League of Eswatini negotiating the new sponsorship deal. I know you can't get into the details. Can you assure the supporters that you will, of course, once again maintain that? Because in as much as we know that someone else can come, but I think the service has been so far, noted. Can you say something positive is so far coming out of the meeting?
All right. No, thank you very much, Fabrice, for that question. We are still going into the round table or the negotiation table. We're kicking this off as at this week. We do look forward to seamless and very productive engagement with PLE, as Nadia Butsumshadowepo has lasted for almost 2 decades. And this has been a very good and fulfilling relationship. We expect nothing but really good relations and good negotiations as a singena etafuleni. So what I can assure the soccer fraternity is good to know. All of this looking forward to the advancement of soccer in Eswatini, but also looking for more opportunities because it's a partnership journey as a brand to really get our products and services out there through the various leveraging initiatives. So we really do look forward to the kickstart of the negotiations, which are going to be starting this week, and we trust that it's going to be indeed fruitful. For 20 years.
Thank you very much, Lando, and I do hope that we'll keep in touch just to give the loyal viewers an update on how far the votings are going. And I do know that you're one of the person who can rely on when you want information, anything that has to do with this initiative and the league at large. Thank you very much for your time, Ngos. I think she gave all the information.
Yes, Fabrice, gonge but ngicela ukubeka nje ngosimplify because kulesinye isikhathi bekahlabhica ngesilumbu yena Lando. Uthi le category ya Player of the Year award angeke izikhweshele letawukhethwa nguleli bandla lelikhetha laba winner Player of the Year award, awards committee shothi leyo award leyo ikhona, leyo category leyo ikhona, then nale ama fans iyodwa, because ngivile labanye sebakhuluma ama fans bebacaba ukuthi seyifika replace le no ama fans aodwa ne awards committee iyodwa. Yes, kwesibili ngicabanga ukuthi MTN, as much as some of us fans, football people, they sometimes criticize MTN, but now the period labehleli ngayo nebhola lesinye isikhathi ibhola yethu ibe flop, ubone ukuthi sesidla inhlata ke la, but MTN since 2003 in fact Manzini Wanderers became the first team kuwina i-league na sponsorship MTN 2003. That was the last time they won the league 2003. So ngicabanga ukuthi ku historic for everyone, for the fans, for the teams, for everyone.
All right, now beautiful stuff. I do get a chance now to once again remind you that utsinzile kancane la nto dlamini ukuthi lesikubukako la emoyeni master akusho ukuthi sekuphelele liviki lokucala leli, but for ema votes liviki lokucala kusho ukuthi Junior Makagura we iqembu Royal Leopards so hamba embili na 112 votes ulandzelwa nguSabelo Nziniza weMbabane Highlanders 65, and then you have got Sandile Kameze known as Saviola Young Buffaloes 2, and then the likes of Neliswa Dlamini Manzini Wanderers, and also the likes of Wanda Nhleko. They're also part of the list, but not yet a vote. Akusho ukuthi Junior Magagula, so we need the votes are still ongoing. 112 so far, he's leading with the chance unawo votes, but master akusho ukuthi so we need siyachubeka savota.
Ngiyachubeka Fabrice, seemingly the three players leyo Junior Makakula yena Skhali na Saviola kuthi awukhompyutha bona, but le gap cishe Junior useseyivulile kwenyalo. Siyathi ukuthi emafans sathi awuchubeka vote because labanye bebasengeva, labanye bebasengakade. Even na coach of the year usalita Mosala Sly usalita weMbabane Highlanders goalkeeper weManzini Wanderers usalita bo goalkeeper yalandzela Kanyakezo. So ngicabanga ukuthi emafans atawuchubeka we need yona ivoice emafans ukuthi abone khamba kanjani, not based ngagcizelela lo, not based ukuthi loyo mdlali loyo noma loyo coach loyo noma loyo goalkeeper loyo usethimini yakho, ngekuthi umbone adlala kanjani, avimba kanjani, ashaya amagoli kanganani, acoacha kanganani. Ngicabanga ukuthi lokho kutayithuthukisa ibhola yakithi.
There have it. That is our in-house analyst in Dlamini. Ngitempted master ukuthi ngendi substitution lencane, but ngisaba ukuthi tasisuso yabaleka kanzi ngifuna kuva ukuthi kahoho kwendekani bangene nje bakahoho basichazele nje kasifishane ukuthi ibhola kahoho sekanje, but ungayekashane ngosi dinengethi nizafuna sithi
for the loyal viewers ngingahlala kushaya 12.
There you have it. A short break. When we come back, the representative from the Hoho Regional Football Association, about the name of Sponangai, a young, creative and talented young man, has been pushing development football in the Hoho region. A short break. He's not going anywhere because there is a lot to talk about with local football. After the break.
TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3 hash and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Still with you, Solo Sitsinza, Skulumisinza Libhola Eswatini. Gwanyaro, we are in the company of Sibonangayo Dlamini. Like I said, a very talented and creative young man has been with the Hoho Regional Football Association back in 2010. So nakuqala nje World Cup. Yena waqala wathi yatitsini. Ihoho funa ikhulu. Nguvusele ngosi.
Fabrice, babukele emakhaya sivusele na.
Sikuvusele. And I think if you are one of the viewers who jwayele nje kuvela la etinzaweni etihlukahlukene ikakhulukathi in one particular building eSquat, he's a familiar face there, knowing that the offices of the Football Association and the Regional Football Association are there by Squat. Sibona ngayo sibonile umsebenzi wakho under the Regional Football Association so far, and one word we can say, good work. the work that you have done. I think under the leadership of then Chairman Comfort Shongo, who went on to be the Vice President of Football Association, Dr. Songa Siamat, you see there. Kafisha nje, you, the dedication lona, it's a separate dedication. Ubone ukuthi ibhola yase ho funi kule mbamba.
Being a young boy, ngangithanda nje ukudlala ibhola. But unfortunately I wasn't gifted enough, obviously. So I had to associate with the sport even if it was not with me. So I felt there was a need to give a time for young boys. Just create an environment for them to practice and exercise what I couldn't do. So that's the whole inspiration that came after. So I was rooted in football. I'm in football. My life is just football.
I mean, also known as Steve Comper. Now we touch on that later. Under your leadership so far as Junior Development Office, I know you can't tell us by head, but roughly, how many sponsorship have you so far tried to secure? Nyanga sponsorship. Now uhlele uthi ngiyathi ukuthi uhlukane kane kuna South kuna bo North na kuphi, but in general in terms of sponsorship so far nime kanjani?
Okay, generally because the whole Regional Football Association in the structures lang too. Kuna the senior league, of which in the senior league we managed since I came, all the other regional leagues were sponsored. And that's ang 12 regional leagues.
So you've got 12 sponsors
that were sponsoring the regional leagues. Then underneath we've got juniors leagues. That is where I'm rooted. We managed to accumulate about 8 companies that had associated with the whole youth development. So you can see the massive companies that are associating with the whole Regional Football Association.
Now, what are we seeing on air? This is one of the sponsorship many get over the weekend. 200,000 emalangeni. Take us through. Ukona President Peter, Similane, umphatsi wakho Nigel Shonga na usemkhatsini. Beni tulane kule langa.
This is Kapana. Kapana, it's a new brand that the former company that was known as Parmalat, which is now Libhola Eswatini. It's a new brand that they have brought into the whole youth development. We come get a long way with the company, because in 2014 it's one of the major key companies that associated with the whole youth development. Looking specifically at my under 13, they started Lambabani, expanded to Lobamba and to Pigs Peak. So what we saw this year, because we had a break after COVID, then what you've seen this year is that they've come back and still associated with us and have given us a huge mileage, a huge package in terms of the sponsorship. And now we've added Buhleni, meaning now si nema resons lang fonya esikotsini. And ke siyajabula nalokuthi kuneshiselweni region lengapha na ikagcinela kaho shothi yanzile naseshiselweni shothi ma under 13 kukutshela kuthini ke lokho kukutshela ukuthi onke lama regions lesinawo la kaho ikakhulu kule youth development kule category yama under 13 sesinayo indzawo noma we have a fertile ground ukuthi labantwana bakhona kudlala, in particularly because sekunale brand that is associated with them.
Khona nafuna kuya khona Ngosi nangithi kwanyalo uthi wafika kaho 2010.
Hey, I was ngangisafunza
emathatolo. Khona umdlali sayitsinza naye indzaba yokuthi sivele bekune sponsor esisha na upresident Nyambone Moyeni. Kukhona umdlali singasho ukuthi wasuka kulama juniors la kaho. Lesingasho nyalo so udlala esigamisa ka Premier League. Lo wenca nje etandleni takho ukuthi nangu uyadevelop kancane kancane. Wazafika esigamisa ka Premier League. Lo dlala konyalo.
Incumbi Fabrice.
Nginike thunje.
Na ukhuluma ngamlamuli Nkambule.
Nkambule.
Siyamati thina kuli yasikwa yami la whole youth development ebeshaya ma set pieces lapha United Sports Ground. Na ukhuluma ngamanyisa 2014 siyamata eMsunduza Sports Ground bezidlala correctional services.
Labo bonke bengicathandeni takho.
Bonke labo badlala kule youth development. Na ukhuluma ngabadlali abafana nabo Njabulo Magongo. They played to Manzini Wanderers. The current goalkeeper we Manzini Wanderers. He wadlala ku youth development la kaho. So baningi labadlali sibabona thina bakhula. Ninenhlanhla ke ninibabona sebabadzala. Sine sibathi sibangancane.
Shothi le project vele nathi uhlele kahle uyibona ukuthi khona yakhona khona.
Definitely kukhona la yakhona, and we appreciate the leadership yale whole Regional Football Association, because if it wasn't for them ngabe bakhona ukuthi basicreate le platform. Kuningi lesikwakhako. Basically it's not necessarily abadlali kuphela. Administrators as well I am a product of the very same system, of the very same program. Kunabo Rafaela lesibabonile basuka from the very same tournament. Bakula growing up. Now let's actually i-challenge lesesinayo ke noma insaye lesengakithi ngokuthi even after us let there be others that are still growing. That is why now ngathi yabuka now kaHoho sekulula nje ukuthi you have youth development activity right across Hoho simultaneously. Why? Ngulokuthi kubaningi labantu esebakhiwe ngile program in terms of players and in terms of administrators in terms of referees.
Ngoba usakhuluma ngema activities ngiyathi ukuthi in terms of activities ni busy kwanyaro ungasi nje usicephulela kancane ukuthi kwanyaro nime kuphi in terms of competitions, in terms of update nime kuphi nje as junior development.
La ku Southern Zone sicishe sesi 80% on the foot siyarana nyalo because lokho ngikhuluma ngawe nje base sigangeni liyasikwa liyamila kukalubamba kuyasikwa liyamila kumaphalalene kulamba bani lokusho ukuthi sila Southern Zone seselelwe ngumdzimba nangaba kuphela ukuthi ba kickstart enhla ke naho lokungiyona priority yethu nyalo because letul enhla naho cishe kuhamba kancane lokwenda le youth development but that is where we prioritize kulomnyaka lo. So we're expecting ukuthi onga 6 la region le Northern Road ataba nawe ema activities in particular kuma under 13.
Beautiful stuff. I'm tempted to keep you in the studio but time is against us. Ngos ngiyathi ukuthi in terms of creativity and physics and science you've got ways to share. Tell me one line nje before you leave. Line nje lengangichaza nje sepholeni. One line.
Life is an opportunity. Use it perfectly.
It's
a school of life. You learn, you fall, you pick up yourself, you move on.
There you have it. Steve Kompela, aka Sibona Ngaidlamini, siyabonga kakhulu Nkosi kulesikhathi sakho, and I think we do have you as a reliable officer. We can get update from you anytime, any day when you want to know anything that has to do with the Hoho football junior development and anything that has to do with Hoho. That was Sibona Ngaidlamini giving us an update. Like I said, a very young, talented man in terms of pushing the agenda, trying to ensure that the Hoho Regional Football Association ifika kuleli zinga lelifanele. Utsinze abadlali bafaka khathi bo Mlamuli Nkambule bo Leon Manyisa uthi benza etandleni takhe la khona khona. Now there you have it. Take us through weekend fixtures maybe before we go.
Embabane nje we have 4 divisions, 13 and 15, 17 and 19 set up. We'll be playing Saturday. The same applies to Lobamba. We are only hoping for a kick-off under Mtsimba Juniors League. That is at Nsukumbili and Huguni Sports Ground this coming weekend.
They have it. Very humble and very, updated. Thank you very much for your time. Go say a short break when we come back. Our in-house Linda Dlamini, I ask him not to go anywhere because more discussions are going to be held in the studio, giving you more updates on what to do with our local football after this.
TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3 hash and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Done another substitution, so very ukona umlangeni ngiphinze ngivusele Ngosi, so very sobuyile. Ngosi, over the weekend sibonile titfomen just trend on social media and everything. Big day in Mhlume, my legends just coming together, trying to raise funds. It was a sort of a charity event, but a lot of things came out of this event where even the media 11 bekhona. Sibonile ukuthi vele sake saba nabadlali, but what's stopping us now from growing? Siphinde sibe nabadlali abafika kuleli zinga lalaba sibabona emoyeni.
Hey, Fabrice, ema legends over the weekend bekakhona emhlume yosikhumbuta rolling back the years ema legends Eswatini legends lafa ekhathi bo Nuru Ndibane lafa ekhathi Dennis Masina lafa ekhathi bo Karas Dlamini so many legends uyabona ukuthi laba badlala ibhola laba because la social ngilase there's Yuki Masina lasifike sikubona khona ukuthi le bhola beyikhona lenyaweni yabona so ema legends bekadlala over the weekend njoba usho ukuthi bekuyi ngasho ukuthi i charity event yes a charity event because bese donate futhi lapha ku donatiwe nokudla lokufaka ikhathi impuphu sibonge basesiphambanweni milling ba donatile impuphu so ngicabanga ukuthi it was a good day for emaswati lathanza ibhola kubona ema legends abo abuyela adlala ibhola
Nkosi nanguva kahle uthinza imvelo emcwa kakhulu ukuthi the legends are there labanye they have gone to play outside the borders in the reference of the likes of Yuki Masina at Pirates Passport bakhona labanye who went on to be the coach Sifiso Ndibane. I think one of the things tabeva kuma interviews but one of the things is that sikhuluma ngabantu master they have won majority of the things they have achieved a lot in terms of international and local but bakhala ngarokuthi in terms of current football labadlali vele lesithanda sesehlile kakhulu kubuka kwakho master yini lento ukuthi basho lokho yini lento ukuthi vele singafike kuleli zinga lapho bo Yuki Masina what's the problem there's no one to be blamed but what's your opinion
Fabrice, there's a lot lokwenta ukuthi standard sebhola sehle one social media idlale inzima lenkulu kakhulu ekubuleleni badlali ngicabanga ukuthi i-social media inema advantages noma disadvantages awo some of the players once kwakhulunywa ku social media then baba big headed bese so le performance yehla ngicabanga ukuthi that's number one number two Fabrice
with that fear of faith
yeah angathi ukuthi badlali why our young players sebathola ifreedom lenkulu kakhulu ukuthi sebangaphuma batiphatha ngalendlela labatiphatha ngayo I don't know why batiphatha ngalendlela labatiphatha ngayo they need that father figure onke lama teams umuntu lotafike abalele athi ukuthi nangumdlali awutholakali ngabo 10 ebusuku kuboma kuyangichaza noma tonke tindzawo la kunathwa khona because uyayi player kucinga ukuthi utiphathise kol professional lo mtimba wakho in fact the players angisho mina ukuthi labadlali bebakhona kuqala bebangakwendi one of ema examples ngeke ngilisho ligama lakho one of examples emdlali used to party all night yabona but come match day afika perform kodwa he retired at age 32
usakhuluma nge-retirement master stabeva bo-UK at some point shortly but in terms of bakhona labasadlala nyaka and I think naba-retire nabo sitawusho ukuthi ma-legend I'm referring to the likes of Wanda Hleko naToni nawubuka i-career babenayo
those are legends
yes
those
outside,
are legends
but they're still playing there's a lot young players can learn from them and singasho ukuthi maybe siyangena endlini ukuthi bona ukuthi baphila kanjani but we meet them on daily basis siyathi i-behavior yabo outside football ukuthi inenda ukuthi Wanda 40 years old so uyadlala
if ungadronsa licinga unyalo uthi ushayela Toni utamuva ukuthi ulele if ungadronsa licinga ukuthi ushayela wena utamuva ukuthi ulele shayela nama stars our young stars le solo city young stars utawuva umsindo
khona ngosi
yes
kubo coach babakhona bo Sifiso Ndibane I want us to listen to them what do we need to do in terms of also ukuthi improve our coach master is it ukuthi siba mixe ngaphandle bangene emhlangano score what's the problem
wangena engqondweni yami I remember talking to coach Musa Mamba washo ukuthi bona bebahamba baye kubo Germany bahamba baye kubo Hungary bawufundziswa akusendeki lento leyo katse kwagcina minister lokhona nyalo wema sports I remember back then ahamba eGermany ayofunza wabuya wa coach national team but these coaches labakhona nyalo kunini njalo ukeva khona ngicabanga ukuthi i-football association libambisane naye coaches association kudzinga ukuthi labo coach bayitholela ama scholarships bahambe. The young coaches, they are very energetic kodwa bayadzinga ukuthi bathole some different ideas kulabanye bo coach.
All right, now time to listen to some of the legends, the organizers. It was an eventful day at Mhlume where they expressed what was a day like for them, the organizers, and to some of the well-known faces like Yuki Masina. There is much to be done for the national team.
It's a beautiful initiative indeed. Siyabonga kulabo labete nale idea. So I think it ibukwe kwabukelwe emuva kwabiyelwe emuva in the sense that sibukela to revive lama structures ebhola because most of the players labahambile sababona sebakulama team lamakhulu, most of them baphekwe khona lana eMhlume Simunye le corridor leyo. So we are hoping amongst into the lama activities was also to motivate to challenge labancane kakhulu labo labasesetikolweni labasakhula ukuthi okay sibuka ukuthi ibhola ngalesi sikhathi kuyoba nalokuthi ibhola nesikole adimbo letingahlangani. So nakhona it was one of the initiatives ukuthi siba motivated, siba inspired to say because siyathi ukuthi ibhola it's a physical activity, so siyathi ingqondo now jima it means more energy to the brain because ingati gijima ibe sibheka lapho, so it goes a long way. Ya improve memory yakho, ya improve aphinze kakhulu indlela lo cabanga ngayo. So naseklasini ebholeni ufunza idiscipline, ufunza iperseverance. So leto tinto leto they translate to nase classing, so you can always juggle the two. Otherwise it's an initiative that we are hoping it will go a long way in reviving and bringing back football around the Libombo area.
Lengakusho ngasho ukuthi ngaba ukuthi good driver I narrative yeah kwaqala lethi ibhola ingayidlala irole lethide ku economy yelive. Ibhola ngikubuka kwami ibusiness. Lokunye ke lokungidrivile ukuthi ngihlanganise lama legends. Ngilokuthi abantu abaningi balalibonjeni bese ba staffed of ibhola yaka Premier League. Lokusho ukuthi na uhlala phansi ubuka nyalo baningi abantu abakho la stadium bonke bethe ukubukela lama legends. Lokunye ke le ngifuna kahle kahle ukugcizelela ukuthi sicele iRace Corporation ukuthi iphinze ibuye ibhola yaka Premier League noma mhlambe ibhola nje in general isponsorisha. Mhlambe emaphutha lendeka ngaphambilini lendiwa ngilama teams khathi basawa sponsorisha bakhona ukuthi ba iron out kuhlalwe phansi kuboniswane kube nama controls la kahle internally tokhonakala ukuthi mhlambe maybe ibuye le bhola idevelop.
Yeah, thanks ukuthi ngibe la eMhlume neSimunye kusang invited to this platform yema legend, and the legend they are very important because of South Africa at the moment. My legend they were bawathatha serious and big, and Swaziland is we're still lacking because of league yabo, and they by affiliate ku SAFA for everything, and they get what can I say, support with SAFA, and by recognize, which is a good show now, so and your legacy, and everyone is a legend. Like in Bonabo Tambai today, and in Zalanabo, there are a lot of legends in Zana with South Africa, or my Manepiri, and they are still living because football is not we still have to recognize you. So yeah ekhaya I wish la bomhlume nabo Simunye they can do maybe a stage usa Tambai or someone labadalele this indzawo. So it will be nice for the country because we have to recognize our legend because of Swaziland is not about rugby or another sport, it's about soccer. So mangabe sidaba cekela phasi bantu abayendile i-country proud, which is Botambai, Toland days. I can count a lot of them, Ronnie Dube and what. But we never ever honor them, and then we honor which is really bad. But in South Africa, what Dr. Kumar is Usho, they are taking them serious, but Swaziland we don't take them serious.
Beautiful stuff expressed by the organizers and some of the legends, and of course to Mr. Natil Dlamini for organizing such a beautiful event. Master, I want to move on to another topic, but I would love to see but in the interest of time, let's stick to what he said. Lama legends, la kaya, kubonakala ngazuthi abayathatha serious. Nawubuka bo Dr. Khumalo, Jimmy Tao, South Africa, they possess a senior position, Gusafa, in terms of Rama references by what senior Gwenegan master. Unalo the point in Gulembration.
Kakul Fabrice. In fact, in Jamal Lelkama, it's a legend, like it's a exist. A Polenia Gates, Kunakuluma legend. Because we have so many legends. I think listening as Satsing, I could say the legends aga abitwe onge babitwe bo Yuki, babitwe bo Spoke, babitwe bo Caesar, babitwe bo Shiza, bonke labo bake babitwe kuhlalwe phasi kuthiwe gens sisacela kunika assignment sengene hambe nitobuya nibuke ukuthi ibhola yakithi iway forward yakhona singayibhekisa kuphi. Forget about the politics ukuthi izibani beka ngumdlalo wabani beka ngadlaliswa nguzibani, forget about that. Hlalwe phasi babutwe kuthiwa le bhola yakithi naniyibuka nini in the next 5-6 years nguphi la lesingakwenda ukuthi ifike ezingeni, because ukhuluma ngalaba legends lawa akhochwe many different coaches labane ma philosophies lahlukene, so bona le bhola bayibuka as much as labanye bangadlali bafika kulelinye izinga, but lokuthi bayidlalele national team kusho lukhulwini lokho babe ngasho ukuthi babe masoja bahamba balwela live ngaphandle kwaleli balimelela live. DRC akusiko kudlala kulula kudlala DRC Bozambia akusekolula kudlala kuBozambia. So ngicabanga ukuthi we need to recognize our legends.
Siyaphuma kulenza, but lenye indzaba I think at some point bese siyangitsinza, we talked about it. Sayibona Senegal ifika la. Currently our national teams ngasho ukuthi city ambassador, and ambassador kulamanye amave ye national team ye iba former player. Naya Senegal ukona El Hadji Diouf.
Oh yes.
Naya Nigeria ukona Joseph Yobo. I think South Africa there is a period, I think as it 2 or 3 years ago, bekakona Stephen Pierre. What are we saying? Can't we have some, because lama legends then apply as a motivator, the scats bahambe on an international duty. Good say like the same way you're saying. I've been to Congo. When you went in 1999, what? This is what we did. Why can't we have an ambassador from the legends?
Imagine uyodlala neCongo last month bese uyodlala neTogo. Imagine Jabuliso angena kule dressing room yesihlangu before the game. Gents, it's possible. Sakwenda thina lokho sayishaya iTogo 2-1 kaSomhlolo. It's possible. Lathi ingqondo ngentala abadlali kushintsha yonke, the atmosphere, the spirit konke kuyashintsha kulabadlali, but kutafika ngikhulume mina ngincoach ngingilinda ngokaDlamini. I'm not saying anything, ngingilinda ngokaDlamini ngikhuluma liqiniso Fabrice, as much as the tactics akhona but kukhona lele ngeke ngize ngikufake kulabadlali lale kudzingwa ama legends. So we need our legends ukuthi abuye abe part of the senior national team or maybe ema juniors ukuthi batu motivate our players.
Obviously, we will have more time to discuss on that. Moving on, I mean, over the weekend, singasho ukuthi i-Premier League of Eswatini bebambe umhlangano omkhulu. Kubuka nje tindzaba ukuthi going forward batawenda njani. Ikakhulukazi indzaba letsinza lamaqembu latawudliwa ingembo kule previous season 2021-2022. Sibonile ukuthi abe 4 but kunetingurumo ukuthi kungendeka kwehle 2 kwendeke kwehle 1. What's the update, master? Bokhona kulo mhlangano.
Yes, Fabrice, EPLE ibambe a special meeting on Saturday eSgwaqa. Unfortunately, nakusaqala le meeting reporters noma journalists akavumele ukuthi angene BOGs teams akhulumile umhlangano ucele nga10 Fabrice waphela nga4 4:30 to 5 ngilapho ngikhathi khona CEO aqale addressa betindzaba otherwise lapha
half space cuts
yes
ngalendlela yakho lobusiniya bakho nje bokuba
uthola indlela yakho but ke Fabrice I must say this ukuthi lama BOGs teams ashiyeke inside ukuthi aseke hambe kubukakala lokuthi le league ilunga ukuthi lama teams iba competitive nayidlalwa ngama teams lamangaki lokutathi ke naseyibuya ke le report bese sebayifaka ke ka Football Association noma ngabe ngiphi le sicelo le request labayifunayo ku Football Association kumele bayifake before 21 July because 21 August AGM yaka Football Association so dinenge le team lekhulunyiwe sponsorship ema tournaments pre-season tournaments akhulunyiwe ngawo lokunye Fabrice ndakhuluma after le interview
let's assist just the interview of Premier League CEO Mr. Makanya just to get the idea of the meeting. Mr. Makanya is going to give us a quick update from what happened in the meeting.
Ikhulunyiwe kwathathwa i-resolution lapho ukuthi aselihambe lihhovisi libuke ama-pros and cons ekuba nema-clubs lang-16 iphinde ibuke ama-pros and cons ekuba nema-clubs lang-14 kwasho kuthiwa-ke kuyabonakala ukuthi embili kukhona kuhlongotoyela kusema-clubs agcina ngu-12 kwathiwa lihhovisi aselento elihlolo libuye nembiko letshela ema-clubs ukuthi yini buhle nebubi bekuba nema-clubs lang-16 noma lang-14 noma lang-12 ikubeka etafuleni iphinde kufake kuma-board of governors asathi akubuketa i-Bible Cup ingilenye yema-knockouts labakhona idlalisa ke amaqembu lamancane ayiwadlalisi onke sibukile ukuthi singenda njani sisithole ngidawuthi ema pre-season tournaments latawuphose atsinze onke ama-clubs onke-30 ukuthi yonke club ikhona ukuthi itilungiselele ngekutivivinya ku-competition letawukhona ukuthi nakukhipha off i-league ikhanze leyo team seyinebadlali lasevele bakulungele ncintisana ngendlela etasijabulisa. Ngicabanga ukuthi lokuqala nje ngilokuthi ivele namhla i-Premier League ukuthi sekuna FIFA competition management system ibhola yethu ngeke sayifixturisha la office ngemaphepha seyitawuvela ifixturishwe online kulo FIFA CMS noma lo competition management system sesitabo hlangana lapho nema clubs sihlangana lapho nabo Rafaela nema referees report konke sekutawendiwa online kokuqala lokho kwesibili ke bekunglenzaba yokusivele kwendekani ngetiponza sachaza ukuthi cha sisakhulumisana ngenzaba ye sponsorship njoba sponsorship se league saka MTN sesiyaphela nje nakuphela lenyanga hlala phasi ke nabo sibonisane lokuthi njengoba bebashido bayafisa ukuqhubeka sitawubuka ukuthi baqhubeka kanjani sibuke lokho kwendile lokuhle sibuke la singakendi kahle khona sibuke ukuthi singalungisa kanjani sibambisane nabo ukuthi le sponsorship sibe ngileso lesijabulise ama clubs siphinde sijabulise ne sponsor futhi kwesithathu ngicabanga ukuthi indlela lensha lesisitawe sigijimisa ibhola ngayo sidama kulungisa ema policies
Beautiful stuff. Premier League of Eswatini, Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Makanya. Master, in the interest of time, ngicabanga ukuthi ngiyamuva Makanya nalokuthi ufike wasikhanza emkhathini we-season, but le season letako 2022-2023 ngilapho singasho ukuthi nomsebenzi wenziwe nguMakanya. Ngifuna utsinza kancane kule ndzaba ye-fixture, Master. Ngicabanga ukuthi nayo bofuna kuyitsinza, but utsini kahle kahle Makanya vis-a-vis to what you had to say.
Fabrice i-fixture yonke the master fixture angeke isendiwa mhlambe lehovisi ukuthi lihlale phasi libuke ama big games ukuthi no big game bani no kusekta wendiwa online sekta wendiwa ngile system kushothi I want to believe ukuthi le system uyafaka ukuthi category A category B. I want to believe angeke size sibone big game idlalo egcineni because it decide angeke kuze kube i-derby akuvamisa ukubona kulama league lesikopa ku yes ukuthi a big game uyifaka egcineni uyifaka at least 3 noma 4 ngasekugcineni yes but ngicabanga ukuthi idinenge letimvo yena Makhanya as CEO wakhona ka Premier League latatishintsha noma kuvula nje emehlo because le experience ekusebenta ngaphandle ngicabanga ukuthi itayisebentela yona Premier League otherwise ma tournament pre-season tournament ngiwo lesofuna ukuthi ema teams akhona ukuthi before the league ibe khona leyo 1 or 2 beyikhona charity before iBible Cup ukhulumile ngayo wathi beyifaka 4 teams yasesiyakhula ifaka 6 but ngicabanga ukuthi this time around batawuzama ukuthi ba negotiate at least ifake onke lama teams.
David, thank you very much. Dlamini, he touched on the issue of relegation. One word from you: should all the 4 go down and you have 2 more, or next season should we have 12 teams? What's your take, your opinion? Ufunanga koma teams when next season kwako wena Master? 16. Yes, there you have it. Until we meet again, this is Libhola Eswatini. Do know that on Thursday we do have a Temiltara who will touch on other different sporting codes, including the national championship that passed over the weekend in cycling and other activities, where your colleague, my colleague and your in-house analyst Dlamini was present to give you more updates. Otherwise, Libhola Eswatini, the entire crew, the entire station, Silhara Kamnanzi.
It's time to rethink the cost of education with Africa's leading business school. Regent Business School is offering high certificates for only 10,995 emalangeni and BCom degrees starting at just 14,000 emalangeni. Included with this fee is a management development program valued at 7,000 emalangeni. Flexible payment options available. Offer valid for a limited time only. So visit regent.ac